Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you to this live trading webinar. Today is Tuesday, the 20th of December. We are moving towards the middle of the week. Let's say another four, including today's 4 trading days left until Christmas. So markets, we know that they're going to slow down a bit, but still, we have some opportunities to trade, as we saw yesterday, as we're going to see today. So how you guys doing? Please let me know if you currently in any trading, if you took some trades yesterday, maybe intraday, or today, if you position. We've done a lot of analysis yesterday, and there were opportunities. I don't know if you were around, just to make sure before we start that you all understand the risk warning. And I want to make sure that you are all aware about the podcast we do, and I talk about the news analysis, the fundamental part of the trading, because I believe if we understand how to incorporate the fundamentals to our technical analysis. Of course, price action discounts everything, market move discounts everything. But if we understand that there are some fundamentals, we can see maybe the moves faster in our trading. So where can you find this? I will show you right now, especially for the new traders here. Weekly trading podcast from our website, ladies and gentlemen. I will copy and paste the link. Please make sure you go and you listen to the podcast. We do this for you every Monday. I upload it here, and most of the people, they simply scroll down and they just download it from Spotify, Apple, Google Podcast. Okay, few people, they just play it from here. So please make sure you either listen it from here or download it. The next one, I want to make sure you guys, or if you have Instagram, you follow us on Instagram, because we put very valuable content here in terms of news events, in terms of market updates. On a single day, every single day, you're going to see either stories, either reels. Okay, and it's a really great tool to have in your learning process. Also, the Admirals Telegram channel. Now you're allowed to comment on every post, and please, you can do it. I try to engage with you as well here. If you have any questions, let's say, you can just start commenting here. I will see the comments, I will reply back, and so on. And last and most formal, in my opinion, it's the YouTube channel, guys. Please make sure you subscribe on the YouTube. And of course, I will appreciate if you like the video. I do every single day for you, these live trading webinars. If you feel that this add value, and I see your participation, and that clearly shows me that it adds value in your trading and your investing curve. So I will appreciate if you constantly give us some likes on the videos. And for those who haven't subscribe on the channel, please make sure you do so. Enable your notification button so you receive all the new uploads. And many people ask me, how do I find some content to learn, to understand more about either price action, trading psychology, and fundamental? Here at Trading Spotlights, you can find all the webinars we do. They are recording the webinars. Paul talks about price action series. Jens talks about fundamental analysis in a series of trade, and I do the trading psychology and risk management side of the aspect of trading. And I will encourage every single person, guys, please make sure at least find some time, maybe once a week, 30 minutes, 50 minutes, and just listen something. Okay, but I believe that trading psychology, if you know 1 million strategies, but you don't have the right mindset to apply them, then your equity curve, it's gonna be something like this, like boomer busters, okay, instead of be like this. So because honestly, every strategy in my experience. I trade for more than 10 years. I used to trade exclusively in professional trading firms. I used to do many things with trading. Most of the strategies that are out there, they are strategies that they work, and when they work, they have good results. But if we don't have the right mindset and the right understanding of why we have to develop a new mindset in trading, then even the best strategy, it won't work if we don't know how to put ourselves with the market there. Okay, I hope you appreciate that. Let's move on. Today we had RBA meetings minute in Australia. Looks like the Australian dollar, it's not appreciated after this event. A surprise from the Bank of Japan, of course, with their interest rates, and there are some updates. We're going to read them on the headlines. Premium analytic portal, for those who are new here, guys, I use this from Admirals Analytics, Premium Analytics, and you just log in with your credentials. There are 4 sections here every single day. I just read the top headlines, and we have here, Bank of Japan lets a benchmark rate rise, causing the yen to surge. The Bank of Japan made a surprise decision to let a benchmark interest rate to 0.5% from 0.25%, and that gave an enormous amount of boost to the Japanese yen. China, People's Bank of China keeps benchmark lending rates unchanged. US delays key step for EV subsidy program after foreign pushback. Italy found a fix for its gas crisis, but locals are resisting. European energy ministers agreed to emerge natural gas price cap. Sam Bankman, the founder of FTX, Fritzlock hashed out his transfer to US after confusion in court. And Binance US to buy assets of bankrupt crypto lender Voyager eyes more acquisition. And saying that, let's move on to our charts. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, guys. Rumen helps me a lot. Thank you, Theo. Thank you, Rumen, for your feedback. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do we have here with our charts? Today, the US dollar index still on the downtrend. Yesterday, we had this candle here. We are still in this downward move. We didn't see any higher high to say that we're going to start buying now. Guys, I'm purely talking as a technical analyst, and that's what I see, and that's what I tell you about the technical picture of the market. Slowly, I'm going to introduce you to primary trends, intermediate and near-term trends. But first, I want to make sure that you really grasp the idea of we have to be disciplined. That's a lower highs and lower lows, and it's not higher highs and higher lows. So lower highs and lower lows, it's a higher probability for us to trade with the trend. Now, if this is gonna make a move to the upside, if this is gonna be, let it be. That's okay. There are momentum indicators we can use in our arsenal, and we can get some more clarity about trends running out of steam, about like this one here that we said we have lots of divergence here, and then these swings, they got shorter and shorter, and then we had this break to the downside. Now, what do? We are trying to find ways, at least for now, to sell the dollar because it's in a downtrend. But because of this move to this move to the upside, yesterday all the indices, they got depreciated. We said that on the DAX 40, if we draw, it's easier to see it on the weekly chart. If we see that this is in a range environment, okay, and the short-term trend, it's upward, but we are not in a strong uptrending market. So each resistance can be utilized for short positions, right? If we find the right catalyst. However, we said that if we're going to short it, where can we possibly get out? Maybe around the 38.2 fib retracement, that much with this high here, or 50% retracement. The markets after this transition, it's trying to push to the downside. I don't know if you guys hold trades. I didn't participate from this point. I think few people, they commented that they shorted the DAX, and that's great because there were some divergence here, this transition period of the market, and it looks like it plays out really well. Just be mindful about some obstacles along the way. FTSE, the same. We discussed about that. We said that the overall picture, it's range, it goes sideways. So at this point here, again, I didn't short it, but if you guys shorted, that looks like a good call. Why I didn't short it? Because I was focused on some currency pairs, and I didn't do that intense analysis here to find that it was a good lucrative opportunity. Anyway, so if you are in this trade, again, it looks fine. Dow Jones to the downside, of course, like these lower highs and lower lows, they appear here. Overall picture here, it's still sideways. We can't say that it's trending, but these 3 rejections here on the weekly chart indicates that we can get involved, at least temporarily, to the downside. What do we see here? We see this length doji candle. That's a reversal sign at resistance. Then we have a confirmation with this bearish candle, and then this long tail candle here with the lower low, lower close. It indicates that sellers are in control. Now, for conservative traders, what they can do if we see a reversal here today, they can wait until the price retested this area here, 38.2 fib retracement or 50% retracement, and then initiate some positions. More aggressive traders, they just sell it from this point. The Nasdaq and the S&P 500, both they are in similar pattern. We said after we broke inside here, we said that we can see the market come all the way down here. Now, only on the lower time frames, in my opinion, we can capitalize on this move, ladies and gentlemen, for the reason that the daily is not giving us that pullback. And the same happens with the S&P 500, of course. The daily chart doesn't give us that pullback, so we can initiate some positions. So we're just waiting. Let's have a look at the currency pairs. Kyle, Raquel, Cherry, Jasper, good morning. Rumen, welcome everyone. And for those who are not typing anything, again, guys, welcome. So, guys, any currency pairs are you currently trading, or some trades you took yesterday, if you did so, or are you still holding on some trades? Good morning, guys. We start with the pound against the US dollar. We said that this trend line here can be acted as a resistance, as a support, plus the 200 moving average can act as a support here. You see, I'm happy that I see more people. They are saying something on the chat now. That's great, guys. I definitely encourage you to engage with the chats and just say a few things. You are every single day on the webinars. I love to see you around, and it will be great if you just say something. I mean, maybe you have questions, some pairs or whatever. And just before we continue, I would like to make a clear statement here. As I said many times, in trading, there is no right and wrong thing. If some people here, they see this as a selling opportunity, they are right. If some people, they see this currency pair as a buying opportunity, they are also right. Because if you go to the 1 hour chart, some traders, they will see that this, maybe it's a false breakout and it's going to push to the upside. Well, yeah, that's totally fine. If some people, they go on the weekly chart, they can see that this is a bearish move, and this market should move to the downside. So they are selling. That's why trading, it has prices, they move up and down, because traders behind the screens, like you and me, we are reading and understanding the price move based on what do we know, okay, based on how our perspective in the market is. So for me, as a technical analyst, I just see this as a move still to the upside, because we have some strong support here. Now, how can we position in this market? Because we broke above this resistance and then we came back, but we have this support here now. Plus the US dollar, it's on a downtrend. It's a bit of battle, okay? And in case that you are trend finding is not easy. Yes, Radov, that's exactly, Radov. Trend finding, it's not easy. But the most difficult, it's when you find the trending market to apply and trade it and wait for some price action to play your price to come to your level, fib level, support zones, and you buy, or possibly resistance if you're selling. So in this market here, we just want to see what is going to happen, where the equilibrium will maybe will start, or if the buyers, they're going to just close higher today. It will be interesting. In regards to euro US dollar, we are still fighting around this area here. Now, we had this bearish engulfing candle and then followed by a lower close here. Yesterday, we didn't see any follow through. We just see the market trying to make some way around this support. We have what we call inside support here, and it's inside because and it's inside. Let me change the color as well. No, better just delete this one. Sorry, guys, excuse me for a second. So this area here, it's an inside support because the price break above this, and now it's pulling back. Okay, so we have this support here. We have this support. The market didn't push lower yesterday, so we expected to see some bullishness to be continue, but we will see what's going to happen. For the time being, remember, we used to hold few trades around here. We talked about this ascending triangle pattern. It gave actually 4-1. I didn't close it, I think, at 4-1. I think my tracker, it was, excuse me, it was a 3-1 something. Are you guys still holding that trade, or are you still holding the pound against the dollar? Then we just wait to see the price action to clear either above or below this resistance or support. Then USD against the CHF, it's still on this downtrend. The market like is depreciating the dollar. Aussie against the US dollar. Aussie, it's really weak. We noticed today, I just browsed around the charts, and Aussie looks like the weakest, at least for this trading session. In 10 minutes, the London Open, the London will kick on. We don't know what's gonna happen. The Kiwi also, it's pulling back here. USD against the Canadian dollar, just here on the sideways. You see there is some disagreement between the US dollar strength and weakness. On some pairs, US dollar looks very weak. On some other pair, US dollar looks strong. So maybe that's not because of US dollar. Maybe it's more, let's say the US dollar looks weak here across the euro and the pound, but maybe that's because the pound and the euro are performing better right now. And maybe the US dollar looks weaker because among the Aussie and the Kiwi, because these two are in general weak, and the US dollar looks stronger against them. So USD against the JPY. We see here, ladies and gentlemen, that the market is just pushing to the downside. And what can we understand is that this resistance zone here held a lot, and it hold. And as we said, how the fundamental analysis can help in our trading. And I said many times, I hope it makes sense to you, when we have the fundamentals and the price action, it's around the resistance, the fundamentals can help to speed up the process. Like if the trend is going to be continued, we're going to see strong continuation. If the trend is going to reverse because of some technical, already technical factors, then the trend is going to reverse. Okay, rarely, very rarely, the fundamentals, they just totally change the market perspective. Usually the price action discounts everything. The market participants are already positioned themselves. We initiate some trades around here. I don't know if some people, they took it. I told you I took the trades. It's moving really well. I have some profit target, the first target here and then around there. So I'm waiting for this one to play out. JPY strength is everywhere. Among the Aussie now, it's just pushing to the downside as well. As you can see here, we have this support. The market is just breaking below. The euro, the same, depreciated. And then something we said we were expected here, it's the euro against the Aussie to the upside. The market yesterday found support here. So it was a good opportunity. And unfortunately, I wasn't around that time at 12 a.m. to put this trade on, although it was a good trade. And by the time I woke up, it was market already moved. So I didn't participate here, unfortunately. And I didn't have, and my pending order was right here, the buy limit order. So even that one didn't go triggered, but that's okay. You see, sometimes we are preparing for the trade, but we are not in front of the screen to take action when the trade will appear. Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar. If we go on the weekly chart, we can see that this 200 weekly moving average acted as resistance here last week. So we do expect the market to move lower. And in my opinion, if I draw a fib retracement just to see this impulse move, how can it be retraced? Usually the markets, they really come to retest the 38.2%, if not the 50. Here at the 50, we can find some support. You can see here there is some support levels around the 15, between the 50 and 61.8%. So why to do this and why I use this tool right here? Many of you will wonder, because as we said, on every time frame, there are trends, there are moves, impulse moves, let's call them that way. So this move to the upside, if it's going to be continue, it has to be retraced at some point. And the retracement, it can come either to 38.2% along with some support, or it can go as low as 50 or 61.8% in most cases. So if some people, they short right at this point here, then the possible target can be this 38.2 or this 50%. All right. That's why I use it. And it's a great way if you start using it that way. It's going to help you a lot. The gold, it's just playing sideways here, to be honest, right at this resistance, although on the weekly chart we have this resistance level here, and we said that depends on the performance of the US dollar. We're going to see a courting move with the gold. The crude oil, it's some people, they are still holding the crude oil to the downside. We see that we have lower highs, lower lows along the way, so it looks like it's okay. Euro against the Canadian dollar. Unfortunately, some people who start shorting it from here because they are in a rush to short, they are not patient to see that this market, it's in a trending mode, and that's the problem with the trends. People, they don't see that the market, it's in an upward trend, and they think that, okay, it's finished at some point. Yes, at some point we'll finish, but how it will finish and where the buyers, they're gonna just give up, we don't know. The only thing we know is if we read some market structure like we saw it here, and we said that we have higher high, we have higher lows. If we see some reaction around these areas here, and that doji with the tail here allows traders to participate in the upside. Okay, so at this point, we have to be a little bit careful if we start shorting right at the top. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look at maybe something else here. For silver traders, we are still in this upward move. Nothing changed here. Pound against yen, we said it's already, also it's to the downside. The pound against the kiwi is making this pullback here. New Zealand against the Canadian dollar found some resistance here on the weekly chart with this length doji candle. Of course, we can see after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks of higher highs and higher lows on, it's almost 2 months, more than 2 months, sorry, 2 months and 1 week on the daily chart, on the weekly chart. So, and then we have this resistance area printed this doji length doji candle. So definitely it's a sign of weakness. So this one can maybe have some intraday lower highs and lower lows opportunity. But I believe today we're going to focus on the yen strength. So we try to go on the lower time frames, and we just find opportunities to buy the yen and sell the rest. So pound yen to the downside, euro yen to the downside, and so on and so forth. Okay, pretty much that's it for the intraday opportunities. So yen strength and Aussie New Zealand weakness, and at least for the time being, right? Because I don't know what is going to happen in the New York session, guys. I just know what, based on what I read here for this upcoming session. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it was a privilege and honor to host this live trading session for you one more time. I hope everyone will have a great day ahead, and I wish you to have a happy trading session. And I look forward to see you again tomorrow at the same time. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.